When we first came up with the idea of Bench Brewing Company, we had two important ideas in mind. Number one, we wanted to make great beer. And the other was sense of place, in that we use all the great inputs of our terroir, being part of the town of Lincoln. And the Maple Grove Schoolhouse was perfect.
Since last time you've been here, we've moved the project forward substantially. We're at the finishing stages in the brewery and the funkhouse. Little finishing touches here and there, some fine tuning in the overhead doors. The brewery guys are setting their stuff up so they can start brewing. Our focus now is moving more into the school. We're working on the link. That's going to be the front entryway. There's some 12 by 12 beams are going to go in there. It's going to be really, really nice.
Here we are in the old Maple Grove School. This is the last phase of construction. We've demolished the inside. As you can see, it's pretty much a shell now. We've tried to maintain and keep as much of the original structure as possible. We've learned a lot about this building. We realized that it wasn't as sturdy as once thought. We took extra precaution to ensure that everything was braced properly, which has certainly delayed us by 2 to 3 months. Trying to keep all the original brick. So all the brick that you see there will all be as it is now. As we walk here, the entrance will come up a set of stairs that will be covered with glass link, as we call it. So that's really the link with the school and the beer garden, as well as the production facility. So you'll come in, you'll have your big open area, bar right in front of you. So this will be our tap and tasting room, big bench logo, and the 12 taps just there. And then out here will be our meeting room. It's really where we start our tours. It's a nice space where we can offer to the community as they want to come in and have some meetings here on site. It's been an honor to maintain the heritage. I can't tell you how many people have come up to me and just shown their appreciation that we've maintained and put the effort in to keep it. We're brewing beer here now. You're going to see our first canning run at the brewery.
We divided the brewery into two, a clean side and a funk side. And here's where it all starts, where we split the beer between clean side and funk side. So right now we're in our 5,000 litre Newlands brew house. Standing in front of our mash tun, where we convert our starches into sugars. This is our grist case, where the milled grain drops down into the mash tun. Then we transfer from here into our lauter tun, where we're going to separate the grains from the wort. Once we've lautered here, which takes about 2 hours, we'll transfer into a kettle where we'll start boiling, adding the hops for bitterness, which our second last stage is the whirlpool, where we'll separate the hops and malt proteins from the wort and draw off the hop wort. What's nice that we have here is the hop back, which is almost like a giant tea infuser, so we can use whole leaf hops that we pick right from our hop yards out here, and we can infuse our beer with either freshly picked hops or leaf hop bales. So here we are in our clean side cellar, where all of our clean side beers ferment in tank. Usually fermentation takes around 21 days. On some beers, we might do a finish on the beer, like a dry hop or lemon zesting, before transferring to our bright tank, where it gets ready for packaging. We've got a very small, very highly skilled team of 5 people, including myself. We have Megan and Sarah, who are our brewers. We have Joe Wells, our lead brewer, out of California. Colin, our packaging manager, who came from the pharmaceutical industry. It's a great little team here. So the next step, now that we're brewing into our clean side and our funk side, is to start getting our fooders swelled up. That means that by this fall, we can start brewing into those fooders and creating spontaneously fermented beer in Niagara.
I'm standing here in our foeder room. We are about ready to unwrap all of our foeders. They are 9,500 liter French oak barrels that we're going to fill with all kinds of delicious, funky, sour beer. Once we unwrap the foeders, we get to start steaming them to rehydrate them. We get them sealed up so they're waterproof again, and then we fill them full of beer. This is Bench Brewing's Cool Ship, a large open pan that we put our boiling hot wort into and allow it to cool overnight. In all of Canada, there's probably less than a dozen Cool Ships, and it is the largest one. This wall here is going to get clad in a rough sawn wood siding, as well as the roof. Because we have a Cool Ship, we can capture the wild yeast that's natural to the 20 Valley. We can really make a product that's truly unique to the region and unique to ourselves.
So the next big step is our bottling line arrives. In about a month or so, we'll have that up and running, and our first beer in the bottle will be Citra Grove.
We've got more construction to do to finish, but the end is in sight, and we're so excited about bringing everybody from the community in and just enjoying the beer together.